Hello, hello, hello. So yesterday I started this stream and I was at it for 15 minutes before I realized that I never hit the start stream button in YouTube. I'm hoping that's not what's going on today. Let's just take a second before I start saying anything at all to make sure that I'm not a complete idiot again. Okay, seems to be good. It does say round 2. This is now round 3. Oops. Let's see if that works. I don't know. It's looking like I learned from my mistakes. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, hello everyone. Here, give me 1 second. Do some early game stuff. Oh, and I just forgot. I just started coffee. I forgot. I should have gotten the coffee before I started this stream. Oh well. Give me a second. Ah. There we go. All right. I think we're live. I think we're good. I think we're good. So let's see where we left off yesterday before I go any further. Let's check out my launcher. Let's add the death race as the starting point. Hey, Mac, you just won. Congratulations. Here, this is what's currently streaming over there. Mac won. Murder Hobo is an excellent lit RPG. I haven't heard of that one. So this is the game we're working on. It is a physics 2D marble thing. And here's where we left off yesterday. We have a new level that's currently in the works, and here's how it starts. Let's see where we left off. Actually, before I really work on the level, there's one tiny little bug that I want to work on, because whenever I push, this is like a 1 minute thing. Whenever I push new versions out to the Twitch stream, there's one setting that I need to make sure doesn't change. So I have a bunch of like debug overrides that make it to where whenever I push out a build or whenever I test stuff, I don't have to wait for 30 seconds for people to queue up. In the builds that I have, it's taking over, or it's taking those as well. I need to make it to where whenever I push out a build, it doesn't have those same effects. So one thing that you'll notice, I played around with this last night, just very, very briefly. There's now a one-way surface here. I'm going to make a visual, but I think this helps. It helps push them out much, much, much quicker. Just realized you were live here as well. Well, I only just started streaming. It's only been live now for 3 minutes. So you're pretty on top of things. Yeah, so here's where we're at. Here, this is basically just a holding place. It has like brick breaker elements whenever they start into it. It slows them down a little bit more. I think I'm going to add lasers to this one. I only have lasers in one other area that will shoot them and teleport them back. I think I want to do that. And there's a bug that I've been meaning to work on about those lasers. There's a single frame that the laser beam, whenever it's trying to reset itself, is visible. I want to fix that as too while I'm in there. But first off, actually, I'm gonna have like one race just kind of going here with a bunch of fake users while I go get my coffee. Actually, no, I'm not. What am I saying? It'll just take me like 10 seconds. Y'all just wait. Y'all just wait. Nope. Hey, well, that was the wrong button. Why am I so bad at this? Be right back. Wait, actually, I'm just here. I can just go walk, and I have a wireless headset. I think it'll make it all the way over there. So, yeah, priority for today is fix the one bug that makes it to where the in-between game message doesn't show up. And then, what did I just say a second ago? What was the other bug? I don't remember. And then lasers. This is a pretty good set of headphones. I can walk to the opposite end of my very long house and it still stays connected. I like them. With this past year of COVID, or the past couple of years, I've been working from home basically since COVID started, and it's actually really nice being able to stay in a meeting while making coffee. It's a pretty nice little side effect. Just remember to mute when you go on the toilet. Why would I deprive y'all of that? Come on, it's musical. Mac, you just got second place. It was silver. Those all need to be reworked. That's just a system that I have that allows me to have any game be completely dynamic with how many people get whatever slots. I'm actually pretty happy with that. It's got a little bit of weirdness to it. But like if we look at this, just to give y'all a little peek behind the curtains, I can define, and I'll need to change it for this anyway, I can define as many outcome groups that has whatever I want. Like I can define item chances for Mythic. If you get first place, then I can set it to where it has a 100% chance of a Mythic item dropping. And then actually it only drops ever one item. So it works from highest myth or rarity, and then it goes down. So if any mythic drops, then nothing else would drop too. But anyway, so I can set like a 0.01% chance or whatever for a mythic, and then a legendary, blah blah blah, all the way up the chain. And I can name them. The rank, I really should have just made this based off of the index, but it's there. Whatever. I can decide how many points you get, and that's the currency. And I can make as many of these as I want. Typically it's just 3, but I could have like 30 different groups. Pretty happy with that one. Hey, 2020! It's so good seeing all people from back in the day. All right, bug time. Quick little bug. Hey, Mark. Welcome. Where is that bug going to be? That is in the victory screen? Or is that in the game manager? I don't remember. Let's check here first. Victory screen. Oh, wait. Easiest way to find out, because I know where I go to change it. Yeah, that's going to be in the game manager. Yeah, this debug here. Where are you used? Yeah, here's the problem right here. So I checked to see if it's a debug build. What I really need to be checking to see if it's inside the Unity editor. So, yeah, and I still want this to be dynamic while it's active, so I don't want to just set this at start. So instead, I'm going to do int wait time equals bot fill delay seconds, and then I'll add in an ifdef that will just override it. So if Unity editor, then wait time equals bot fill delay, bot fill delay debug. There we go. That fixes that. So that way, even if I keep the setting here, whenever I push out a build to the other server or the other computer, then it will go through. Oh man, I looked into hosting costs. Like if I wanted to not just run this on a laptop on the other side of the room, it's going to be expensive. I didn't realize how much it costs to like rent a computer. Even if I only streamed it for 4 hours a day, that'd be like $250 a month minimum, basically. At some point, like if I keep going with this and if enough people enjoy it, I may end up just biting the bullet and doing it. Especially if I'm ever able to get like, what is it, the Twitch partner affiliate, whatever it is stuff, because it basically boils down to like $1.50 per hour to rent a workstation that would be strong enough, I hope, to run this thing. And I think that's probably something that would be reasonable, especially if I set up like something up at the screen that it's basically people could help sponsor hours of gameplay by, bits or whatever the Twitch stuff is. That would be pretty cool, because then I could have that thing running essentially as long as y'all want it to be running within reason. And then it wouldn't have to be here. And that would also open up the door for me to allow much, much better control and ease of use for me to be able to create like a stats page, leaderboard, stuff like that. Because once I offload that to like an AWS server, it makes it a whole lot easier for me to tie it into some of the other systems there. So that'd be pretty cool. So that's with the amount of positive interest I think that this has gotten so far. I think that I'm no longer thinking that that's impossible, but still not very likely. But I don't know. We'll see. Just dreaming. That's all. Um, 2020. What's the end goal? Here I'm gonna have him come over there. I think that's the right thing. Yeah, we'll wait for him. So he's asking what's the end goal for the game. That's kind of what I was just talking through, but it's worth talking through some bits of that again and, I don't know, get y'all's input. Hey, there he is. So what's the end goal for the game? Up until basically yesterday, everything was just, this is just for, it's just for fun developing it, and I just thought I'd just throw it up there and see what happens. But enough people are liking it that I'm starting to actually consider the longer term potential stuff for this stuff, or for this game. Yeah, and sort of the end goal, or like the pipe dream, like this would be way out in the. Thank you. Then yeah, this may be way too far out thinking, but in an ideal end state for this thing, this game would run 24 hours a day, and it would just have an endless loop of dozens and dozens and dozens of different maps, so that way you could watch it for a couple hours and not see the same one twice. There would be a Twitch extension. That way you could see leaderboards, see your stats, and then purchase and equip items, all purchasable through like in-game currency, which if you're playing right now, you're earning the uncalibrated version of that currency. So yeah, a lot of those systems are already kind of pieced in place. None of them really polished or refined. But I think most of the core systems are already there that would be required to support those things down the road. What else? Lots of different game mode types. So right now it's primarily just races, and then I also have, so there's like this type of race that's currently playing right now, which is kind of a team-based thing. Other races that are just infinite scrollers of sorts. Then there's death races, and then there's also arenas. I want to have other different game modes. I want to have other various things that the users can do to interact with the stream. So maybe little power-ups, maybe little things that they can use to cause chaos, like make their marble explode. Who was it that gave that idea yesterday? I need to write down whose names I need to credit them. That's going to be hard. So yeah, that's it. I mean, as someone who goes down the marble race rabbit hole all the time, I could see this being something streamers would pay for it to have running when they're not streaming. So That's an interesting concept. I haven't really given that enough thought to know where I stand on that. Like right now, it's really just a hobby. It's just a fun coding project that I have to stimulate some creative coding that I'm lacking professionally right now. I've had here. Let me show you all this. Um, this is a list of some of the projects. Actually, I've already cleaned up a bunch of them. Here are just some of the things. Let me open up this, and I'll just show you to the extent of what I do in some of these games. Like I come up with these games all the time, and I never take them. I just get bored of them halfway through, and then I stop. I think this one's a little bit different just because there's so many different things that I can use. Yeah, ignore. That I can use to sort of branch out and do things. But yeah, let me pull up this last one that I worked on. And this will get back to your question in a second. But I want to go ahead and just show this since I'm here. New update. What is that? Oh, for pathfinding. So this was started out as as sort of a city building game. Oh, never mind. I can't show you. I've got bugs in it. Who knows what I did? It was months whenever I looked at it last time. Dang it! It was cool. Actually, I think I have. Yeah. Oh well. I have it on my phone, but here, I'll just pull that out. Let's see if I can do this in any sort of reasonable way. I'm only showing you this to show you the extent of how far I get into a game, and then I'm like, meh. Let's see if I can. Here, let me make this bigger. Wait, where's my screen? Where's my screen? Yeah, there it is. So here's this. Wait, I have to enable debug. Here, let me spawn some villagers. There we go. And then I'm gonna add. Here we go. And you can like drop in. Fingers backwards. Wow, it's an all blurry. And they'll go through, and these little villagers that you cannot see because I'm really bad at this. There it is. They're gonna try to find some wood, chop it down, and build this thing. So it functions for that, but that's as far as and it's all randomized. Like it creates endless levels. It's all procedurally built. So and that was like I had a challenge, which was create a procedural world with villagers that can go and do this thing, and I did that, and that was the fun part. And then I got bored and I stopped. So hopefully this one I won't get bored with the challenges. And I don't know. Whenever I stream things, you guys can help keep me interested in as well. So the concept of building this out as a thing that other people could use and consume is an interesting concept that I haven't yet considered. And like putting it on for like 10 minutes or for like 2 or 3 games while you're going to get some food, like that. And then integrating that with other extensions where, you know, they earn loyalty points on the stream if they win. Like there's a lot of places that this could go from like a professional capacity. But yeah, I'm one person. So yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna claim that no clip exploded gravity well. Yeah. That was Mac. Thank you, Mac. DM just a bunch of ideas. Yeah. So in the Discord, I have a channel. If you want it to be private, yeah, sure, DM away. But I also have a channel in my Discord if you're interested in dropping it in there. Either way is perfectly fine. Steam Workshop support would just make this blow up. Yeah. Oh man. I'm just thinking through all of how much would have to be done in order to make that viable. So the current plans that I have for making this work on, for my purposes on just streaming this, is a leaderboard, hopefully eventually a Twitch extension, and that requires like networking to be in place, right? Because y'all would need to, I would need to create an extension that would be able to talk to a backend service that would be able to integrate with all the stats and make sure that, there's security involved. There's a whole bunch of things that go into that. So that's a lot of work. and it also requires a lot of setup. I'm trying to think how I would be able to, like, either that has to go away, or I would need some way of making it to where that would be easier to set up. It's not really reasonable for just your average person to just launch that and have it like a local web server hosted on your computer, because then that exposes your IP, and like if you have a lot of traffic, then it overloads your system. So this would, if there is any sort of leaderboards and stat systems and stuff like that that you interact with outside of just chat commands, this would have to be like a real service that I would provide, not just an application that I throw up on Steam. Huh. It's a fascinating idea, though, no matter what. And I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe in like 2 or 3 months, this channel has like 20,000 followers, and they're all just like throwing hundreds of dollars a day, and I can quit my job and I can do that, and then that would be freaking cool. But not. I don't think that's going to happen. Oy. Okay, so I finished that bug. Great. So far, I'm currently operating at about 2 lines of code every 10 minutes. Yeah, so yeah, about 1 line of code per 5 minutes. That's good. Good progress. Here, let's close that. I don't remember. I typically don't leave my games in broken states, but I must have done something. I think all you'd have to do is have Twitch support and then make it friends only. What do you mean by friends? What aspect of it would be friends only? What do you mean? There's that. Oh, I don't want to do that. Honestly, this is just going to be, yeah, it's just going to be just a sprite, just a basic sprite, and then I'll add a theme setter. We'll do environment highlight. Actually, we'll do background on that one. Oh no, we'll do this background. Nope. Background environment, behind environment, and we will put that up there. Just some small image to make it obvious that there is a delineation between these two zones. So like, why is my ball just floating up there? Mac asks, including bot, who has the most wins? Oh, sorry, I missed some stuff. Don't open up your computer for people to all network together as a public thing. It only works through the Twitch API, and then you'd only offer the games through friends on Steam. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think I did a poor job of communicating the issue there. So it's yeah. So the problem. Okay. So here's one of the things that I'm wanting to do, which is have a website or an extension on the Twitch page that allows you to view your inventory, which I think you've only just joined this, so you may not see it. There's different effects that you can have around your marble, or like different trail effects or hats, or like there's a bunch of different things that you'll be able to have in your inventory. I want to be able to have a website or a Twitch extension to manage that inventory. And then also to see your stats and leaderboards. The stats and leaderboards isn't that big of a deal because that's read-only. However, if I want to have an extension that allows you to like equip, right, then that requires going from the Twitch website to something that interacts with the database and the game as a whole. That link of going from Twitch website back to where it integrates back with the game is not something that is easily just configurable. Twitch chat commands might be the way. Like maybe an extension. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe an extension that adds to chat. I wonder if I could use the Twitch whisper system. Oh, maybe. Hold on. This whole time I've been thinking I need a network somewhere, or a system somewhere that receives HTTP requests for getting the data and then manipulating your inventory. I wonder if instead I could have a Twitch extension that pushes something to chat, or maybe just messages my bot, and that bot receives that and then handles it. That would be secure because that would all be handled behind everything through Twitch's built-in chat system. And that already has all the authentication stuff, so I don't have to worry about somebody finding the exposed port and just saying, hey, grant this person this item, right? Because there are things that would potentially be vulnerable with that. But if I'm able to integrate with the chat in that fashion, that minimizes a lot of the per streamer setup that would be involved. Because then it's just you authenticate with Twitch, and then everything else goes smoothly. Feels kind of dirty to do that, but it's really, I mean, the entire internet is just a message payload system, right? Like, and so why not just use Twitch IRC in order to send those messages? Maybe. So I would have to have a bot. Okay, so here's the problem. Let me make sure this would actually work. It has to be able to get and receive. I don't know how big the payloads can be for those messages, because if I say like get inventory, that needs to be able to listen to a response of a payload that said, oh, that would be kind of hacky, kind of really hacky, but maybe. Could that work though? How would it differentiate? Okay, if you log in through the Twitch extension, I can get the username, and then it just listens for all Twitch chat. And then if it receives a message that has a particular payload, it can check to see if the username is its ID. So it's like get leaderboards. All right, it can send a message to the backend server. The server then just posts to the IRC a stats payload, and then that extension just ignores anything that's not for the user that's currently signed in. That can work. For posting, same way. I'm gonna have to play with this. I'm gonna have to play with trying to see if I can send private messages, because I don't want the chat to just be clogged with a whole bunch of these messages. This is worth looking into. So Mac asked, including bot, who has the most wins. I don't actually track the bot stats, so I have no idea if you're asking specifically to include bots. But I can tell you how many people. I really need to just reserve an IP for this computer. And probably name it. Give me just a second. Local lol tribal instincts. There we go. Loaded up the database. So here are the current stats on the main game server. Let's do DB player. We have so far had 43 unique people play. And if we sort by game wins total, mine will be at the top just because I didn't clear mine out before we started. So ignore me. Nose Wolf is currently in the lead with 19. Now, to be fair, he's had 162 games, so a little bit of an advantage there. So if, I'll create a script to show the ratio, which I think that's more important. So he already has 5,000 points. Daggum. Floofy in number 2, tied for my MarblePhysics account. No hackery there. Definitely not. So that's kind of interesting. That might be the best game to win ratio on this board. Titan. So Mac, where are you? Mac! Dude, you might have the worst game to win ratio. 100 games and only 5 wins. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing. You've qualified quite a few times, but man, you've got some pretty bad luck in this game. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, win-loss participation ratio. Yeah, let me do it. Let me do a query for that. Here, let's do. What am I doing? What were those fields called? Game count total. Game count wins total. Here, let's do times 100. Oh, wait. Oops. Oh, again, with the frickin' floats. What was the issue there? Why is SQLite not... Why is it rounding? Cast as real? That's weird. Here, wait, what if I just add a 0.0? Will that force it to cast everything? No, okay. Wow. That's some weird... Let's do it to all of them? No, there we go. I've never seen that in a database. But okay, but to be fair, my SQL is not extensive. Wow. Okay, so my the what am I going to call that? The server account, I guess, doesn't have the best, but it's pretty good. Here, how do I round? Yeah, it didn't matter. I was going to truncate to a couple digits. Man, so who? 37 games. I don't remember seeing this person. Oh wait, that's the login name. That might not be the same thing as their display name. But this guy, 37 games, no wins. So Mac, you're 5.9% win ratio. I'm so sorry, man. Yeah, but that's 2%. So you're not the worst of you're not the worst, but it's you've had some bad luck. Mac, it's not super important. You don't have to spend a lot of time on this. Oh, no worries. I was curious myself. It's interesting to see this kind of stuff. Users doing good. 2020 just joined and he's got 16% win ratio. Wow. I love seeing stats like this. That's fun. That's fun. Yeah, 2020. I'll look into the whisper system. I'll see if I can do that. That's a great idea. That might just solve the problems. Because I really do like aspects of having everything local with like a SQLite database. It's super fast, right? Like it's all just you're basically just operating off of objects in memory. You don't have to make queries to a remote database server, whatever it is. So like there's serious benefits of being able to use just a SQLite database. But then there's also a whole lot of trade-offs, especially whenever you talk about anything close to scale. But yeah, no, there's too many pros to negate that right away. So if I can use the built-in Twitch whisper system, that might solve a whole lot of headaches down the road on getting a good system in place for inventory management without having to spend hundreds of hours creating an entire networked system like that. Okay, I'm going to go into focus mode for a bit. First thing, I'm going to clean this up because I'm mostly happy with this, but not really. User dropped in a fun idea in Discord earlier about pinball flippers. So this is kind of that, but it would be more fun if this like kicked them up physically instead of this is just like applying a force to them. So I'm actually probably going to change this to where this is like a pinball like flipper system, but I'm not doing that yet. So for now, I'm just going to move them to a behind layer to clean these up. All these triggers, you go behind environment. Thank you. Great, there's that. And then also doing the same thing for this guy. I already did it for that one and that one. These two. Great. What would these look like with a little bit of bloom? Actually, let's give that a shot. Let's see if those are pretty. Because I have a big red glaring thing. How would it look like if those are happy glaring things? $2020. Hey, sounds good, man. Thanks for stopping in. I look forward to whatever. Oh, that looks really good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I still might change them to flippers, but I like that. But yeah, 2020, man. Message me anything you got. Any game ideas, any level ideas, like whatever. I'm really like craving y'all's ideas on this one because I will exhaust my my limited brain capacity sooner than later. This is one of the few songs on this playlist that I just can't stand. It sounds so dumb. I just don't like it. So sorry. Oh, oops. 1 second. There we go. How do I... Cool. Okay, good. One last thing before I really get started. That's funny. Okay, all right. Gotta focus. This level has taken me so much longer than the levels I worked on in isolation. But I love this. It is. I think it's a good trade-off of the distractions and everything else because it's allowing me to come up with better ideas, better refinement on the levels. Yes, they take longer, but they're more fun, and they're just better. Cool. So this works fairly well. I wanted to add lasers here just to make it just that little bit of extra cool. Lasers are always cool, and I'm gonna fix the glitch with them while I'm in here. I don't know what's causing the glitch, but I'm gonna fix it. Pachinko zone. I'm gonna add a laser. I think just one. We'll see how many lasers I feel like I need, but maybe just one for now, or two. Sorry, one here and then one down there. So laser. Oh gosh, and then I have to set the beginning and ending laser or rotation. I need to make like V2 versions of all of my different sort of movement controllers because they're clunky. I need to actually fully integrate with some UI tools to help me visualize where these are. So right now, I basically just say, here, set my rotation to 0. Great. Set my rotation here to 0. Great. So then now I can say my starting is here, and then here, let's do what is positive. Yeah, that's positive. So then my ending should be, oh wait, hold on, that's not right yet. My starting angle is there. Yeah, there-ish. And my ending angle is there. So yeah, 120 degrees. Then for my laser, size, min delay, max delay. I thought I could change the length of the projectile. Is that here? Oh, that's in this. Laser length. I'm going to make this one shorter. That's fine. I think that's fine. That's also fine. And then whenever it hits, I will teleport them back to the starting zone. Great. There's one. Here's two. Let's just rotate this whole thing. I think that should do it. Oh, whoa, 3,000. Nope. Nope, that's not it at all. Wait. What? Oh, it was that I did wrong. No, I did all the things wrong. Okay, whatever. Screw this. Set this back to 0. I don't know what I did wrong. That's okay. Do it manually. That should do it. Let's see what happens. Steve, hey bud. Off topic, do you still use Revive? I used to watch you all the time before you retired from VR streaming. I still do from time to time. To be honest, I've kind of become a trader, and the Oculus Quest 2, it has perks that I couldn't ignore. It looks better than my Vive Pro from the screen resolution, and it's so much more convenient. I can play it anywhere. Most of my gaming in VR these days is done from my bedroom. I regretted that as soon as it started coming out of my mouth. I meant like for poker, and then I just get up and I play some Beat Saber or whatever. And so that's most of my VR gaming these days. Most of my gaming is outside of VR just because VR is so isolating, right? Like I can't reasonably play VR games, at least a lot with my family. So yeah, that's the primary reason. Oh, I love how cool this looks. The red here, the green here. I just think that looks awesome. I don't think did I set this to blue? Is that yeah? There's a bloom there. It's just smaller, so it didn't have as much to bloom. So this, oh, I wasn't even checking the lasers. Okay, good. So have they hit anybody yet? So those pretty much look like what I'm looking for. We'll see if it actually hits something. And I'm not sure if y'all are able to see it. There is a single frame before they fire where the laser is like stretched out. I need to fix that. Eye of the Temple is super cool VR game. What is that one? I don't think I've seen that one. Here, let's over here. To explore a vast, treacherous temple in VR using your own feet. Oh, this does look fun. Ah, they should have gotten somebody better with mixed reality. They did good, but there's a few sync issues there. Come on, just a couple more minutes in post to make that look so much better. This is why I can't do VR streaming anymore, guys. Y'all have no idea how many hours I spent getting the smallest thing. But okay, to be fair, this is mostly good. There was just a couple errors. I'm like, ew. No, that's legit. The only real critique is lighting. If you're like in my cases, like that wasn't really something that I could do. But in post for like a trailer like this, they should do something to. They're doing some stuff there to try to make it line up. Okay, all right, they're trying. I'll give it to them. Sorry, I'm critiquing their mixed reality. Is this multiplayer, or are you just calling this out as a cool game? Because it does look cool. That looks nerve-wracking. How much play space do you need for this thing? They got to be doing some pretty cool tricks to keep you in the center of your room. Like whenever you're moving like that, they've got to do something to get you back in the center, unless they're just like reset over and over and over again. There was one game that was super short. It was just basically a little tech demo where you were like a spy, and they had a room, and you could basically just like walk in circles infinitely, and every room was different. Basically, in like a 10-foot area, you could walk forever, and it was just it was absolutely awesome. 7x7, yeah. That's pretty good. I expected it to be more with how much it looked like they had you moving around, but maybe that was just some highlights. I want to see. Is it teleporting them? Is everything wired up correctly? Come on, shoot one of them. Maybe I should make them shoot more frequently. How about I do that? Although I don't know if I'll be able to modify this after the fact. Here, let's restart. A lot of my scripts, they initialize on start with whatever variables I have going into it. So template, laser length, laser speed. Wait, how? Oh, that's in that. There we go. Size 3, min delay 0.25, max delay 1. This thing is now going to like rapid fire. Oh my gosh. 2020 just dropped a novel in the, just kind of like User did earlier today, a novel of ideas. I'm going to read. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, hey, look. Lasers. That's fun. Actually, I like this more. We'll see how it works once it would get in there. I'm going to read through his ideas while these make it through. Team systems. Yes. I actually already have Teams technically built into the system. I haven't actually done anything to implement it yet, so we'll see how it works. Twitch whispers to control things. cool to have a lobby of sorts between games where you just with. Oh, okay. I like that idea. So right now it's just an image where it says log in, but I could easily have all the people that are about. Well, I say easily. It would require a little bit of trickery with the way I have the queue system. But that would be fun to have. Here are all the people that are queued, and then have a physics gate where they actually get up in there. I don't want to make it random. I want to make sure that if this thing ever does get a lot of people in there, the queue system. Oh, good. I saw people teleport. The queue system is first come, first serve. I may do some, like, if it gets really, really popular. Again, this is just me thinking and planning for the long term, not actually expecting it to ever get there. But it's important to build systems now that can support this. If it ever gets to the point where it is insanely popular, I can have like a priority of queue. Like if you're a subscriber, it will fill up with subscribers first, and then after that it will fill up with followers, and then after that it will fill up with chatters. Oh no, sorry, chatters first, and then it can filter based off of if you're a follower or not. So you know, you get the idea. Just a priority system of like the more loyal people get in first. And then maybe also have something else that's just based off of how long you've been, how many games you have. Maybe that would also influence, you know, if you've been watching the channel for since we started and you're still not a subscriber, maybe still go ahead and guarantee you a slot, right? Like those kind of things are what I'm thinking through kind of early on. But anyway, going back to the lobby idea of having it to where you can actually see your marbles just kind of like floating around before it starts. That way you can see that, hey, I'm actually in the game. I like that idea. I may actually work on that very, very soon. I like that a lot. A crown for the winners of the previous match. Ah, yes, that's cool. So I haven't implemented this yet, but I want to do something to where if you qualified in the previous match, meaning if you showed up in the leaderboard, you're automatically re-injected into the next one. Right now, that doesn't matter because there's plenty of slots for everybody. But if it ever gets to the point where the lobbies are actually getting full, if you win, you get to go again, right? So that could be kind of fun. And then I could show a crown for the winners. A betting system where you can vote on which team you think would win. That would be a whole lot of fun. Especially if I could find some way of having odds built into it and you can bet as the games go on. That could be a whole lot of fun. As for levels, point-based level, like where your marble is fulfilling an objective, like collecting coins. Yep, I like it. Ooh, colliding with things, colliding with an enemy. That would be a whole lot of fun too. Make it to where there's monsters flying around with swords, and if you hit them on, you know, the non-sword part, then you kill them and you get a point. However, if they hit you with their sword, you get sent back to respawn. That could be a lot of fun too. I like that. A water park themed one with a wave pool, slides, funnels, tubes. Water park theme. I would need to see a mock-up of that one. I don't understand what that would look like. A stealth one where there are spotlights that respawn you back at the beginning if your marble has a sneak through undetected. That would be fun. So right now I have these lasers. Maybe instead there is a light and there's like a bunch of different columns that block light. That would be fun. That's a keeper. I like that a lot. Awesome. 2020. I know you already left, but if you're watching this back, thank you for the ideas. I like them. You were hover junkers. Oh, I don't want to talk about hover junkers. I loved that game so much. It was so much fun. Why didn't they? It was before its time. There weren't enough VR players. Oh my god, if they came back with that for the Quest, because there are enough players on that thing, right? Like you could absolutely fill up lobbies. Oh, I would love for them to pull that thing out again. Love the idea. Basically one step from the center all the time. They did well with the Eye of the Temple. Oh, cool. I'll probably check that one out. I could use a good puzzle game. There are so many random like Russian spammers. I don't remember YouTube being this bad on filtering those out. And I know that reporting them doesn't do anything because they're just all bot accounts that just get created and they expect them to be deleted within probably a few hours. Anyway, okay, so that laser is working. Now let's figure out why my laser is not, or why it's glitching on that one thing. So it's the single frame that it fires. Oops, not you. Let's take a look at this. So fixed update. Nope, nope, nope. This is the projectile. I don't want you. Or maybe I do. Maybe it probably is the projectile. What am I saying? It definitely is the projectile. So we have the line render on disable. It sets its position back to 0. That seems right. On enable, that shouldn't matter. So what is setting the line render's position to be so very long, and then it gets retracted? So set position, endpoint position, leading point position. On launch, leading point position is, and this is all local space stuff, right? Yeah, I'm operating in local space here. What is endpoint position on launch? This is probably it. Endpoint position is never reset on hit. Yeah, that's gonna be what it is. On launch, yep. Leading point position, endpoint. This is probably literally the only thing that I have to do. That's it. I wish real world problems were so easy to troubleshoot and fix. Like, code is just so logical. It's so beautifully logical. You just like, you can navigate it through it. Here's the problem. Until you get into multi-threading, at least. Then Lord help you. But yeah, I love it. Good. So now my laser doesn't look so glitchy. All right, so now I'm going to watch this and let's see how many of them get hit by that. Like, it's really only going to be an issue for the first few people that make it through, right? Because after that, your odds are pretty good of just being able to quickly get through and go over here. At least I think. Now they're going to be able to get out a little bit more, sort of. Okay, all right, so this is still good. Okay. I'm pretty good with this. Yeah, like it's not excessively killing them, but it is just one more little thing. Yeah. Oh, and I gotta make those things glow. Oh, I gotta make them glow. That's gonna just look beautiful. Is that it? Yep. Line render. Where is the sorting later? Background bloom. Let's see those things shine. So I want to do something that pushes them up. Wait, those aren't glowing. Why aren't you glowing? You gotta glow. Laser rotator, collider, line render. This is the line render. Sorting later is background bloom. That should do it. Is it because the alpha's Maybe that was it. Maybe it wasn't strong enough. Should have been. No, I don't think there's any glow there. Here, let's pause it and zoom in. Yeah, there's nothing there. And over here, for those even, it's pretty much the same width. Actually, that's a little bit thicker, but still, like that's a pretty good amount right there. Why aren't you glowing? Why you no glow? Projectile background bloom. Let's do. Nope. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way that shouldn't cause some amount of bloom. Why aren't you blooming? I am confused. Let's make you bigger. This shouldn't be. Oh, oops. Not you. Not you. Yeah, that should definitely be causing some amount of bloom. I don't know why that reset its alpha, but it didn't matter. Like, there's no way that yeah, that's brighter than that. There's no way it wouldn't. Huh. Huh, huh, huh. Huh, huh, huh. Huh, huh, huh. Okay, quick test. Okay, so even in pause mode, any sort of bloom should get applied, right? So I don't need to, I was pausing and playing it just to see if maybe the post-processing effect only happened in play mode. And that's not the case. So yeah, none of that. It doesn't seem to matter. Why is this line render not blooming? Wonder if it has something to do with the particular effect it's on. Or sorry, material. Doesn't seem like it. What are you? You are using sprite lit default. I don't think lit matters because I'm not actually even casting any shadows right now. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. But just in case. Oh, that is it. Huh. Huh. I didn't realize that the material would have an issue with that. Huh. Okay. Well, easy enough. Hey. Oop. Zoom out. I like it. I like it a lot. That works for me. Great. Okay, so we got there, we got there. Okay, so, oh, I need to fix this. Whenever I was initially designing this particular level, I was thinking, I really should have just made a frame for this, but I was thinking that this could fit within frame. I either need to pull the camera out a little bit, and here, let me just start it again to show you. I either need to pull it out again, or I need to shrink that map a little bit. So like here, it cuts off there, which looking at here, we can see the outline of where that camera is. So it's cutting off a little bit. I think I can reasonably squish this zone in a little bit without any real ramifications. Because this is really, I don't think the width of this really matters for what I have planned for it. So I think I'm just going to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And to give myself a sense of scale, I'm just going to kind of hack this in. Let's say, is that about right? A little bit less. There we go. So then now I can take this and just move it over. And yeah, right there. Oh wait, did that? Weird. I don't know. It was like showing the circle still over there. Very odd. Wait, did I just... I'm confused. I lost something apparently. Ah, what is going on? It was working. What happened? What am I doing? There. Okay, so now the end of that is within the frame. That should do it. And now I just take this and crop it to this. And that should do it. And then I just have to re-import over here. Yep, there's that, and reload collider, calculate, and fingers crossed I don't have to reset up all the collider settings. I think it should still just work. Yay! Oh, but I do have to shift it over. Bummer. That's not that big of a deal. Yeah. Okay, that's a good frame of reference for it. I think that's just good. Right? Yep, I'm good with that. All right, let's see how that looks. Whoops, forgot. It's a little bit off center, but I can move the camera over to adjust for that. But yeah, this is good now. Now, one last thing over here, and then we can move on to the arena. This guy. So thought I had a prefab for this. What level is that in? 4? No. Nope. Nope. It was in 1. Well, actually, I have it in a few places, but let's start here. The cycler. That will do. Wow. It's weird how that's almost the exact same size. Actually, that's really surprising. Wait, is this actually what I want? Do I want a cycler? Or do I want... So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have offset teeth that are just like rotating up. So I could either have them go like this, and that way they can like kind of like fall back and forth, or just it always going up and then they just have to... No, yeah, I'm going to make them rotate. Otherwise, it's just a matter of time. Like there's no chance or randomness involved there. So this is not right. Instead, I'm going to make it's just an oscillator, 2 oscillators that have offset starting points. Where it doesn't really matter. So this won't have anything on the main rigid body. It's going to have a bunch of things under it, though. So I'm going to have this here. Let's set the X to 0 just to keep it consistent. Then we're going to go 20 there and then 0, -20. Oh, wow. Wow, that was pretty accurate. So there's that. Let's copy a few of these and then I will refine it once I make sure that it actually works. And then we're going to duplicate, move it over, flip its scale by -1, and then we're going to invert position 1 and position 2. Oops. I think that should work. Let's see what happens. That's a little bit fast. And it moves way too much. What was I thinking? It only needs to move up by like a point, or like, sorry, like 1 meter. And then for speed, we're going to make this sine 0.1, 0.1. Needs to go faster, but this is... That looks pretty good. I won't be able to reset the seed. Needs to move like 5 times as fast. Maybe more than that. Still faster. Setting it back to 1. This might work. I'm gonna let it get far enough now to where they can actually get into there. Oi! Wow, somebody got in there fast. Okay, okay. Okay. Alright, it's working. Now what happens whenever there's a bunch of people in there? If there's ever a bunch of people in there. Oh, wait, how did y'all get stuck? Oh, there's like a little bitty piece sticking out. Alright, I'll fix that. Yeah, and these guys, okay, switching this over to flippers, I think is also going to be not just a good idea, but kind of critical to get them to actually get out of here. Because they're now all stuck, and there's not any good way of... Wait, what did I just see? Did I just see it? I just see a bunch of them teleport in there? What? Am I crazy? I thought I just saw a bunch of dots. I think. Teleport in there. Do I have this set up incorrectly? Is it teleporting them in? God, I love this look whenever it starts. It's freaking cool. I wonder if I can afford more people in this one. Wait, it is, isn't it? It's These are teleporting them in. Those were supposed to be bad things. Wait. Oh, I selected the starting zone. I meant to do spawn zone. Oopsie. That's better. All right. Now for each of these, Yeah, okay. We're just gonna delete that. And then for this guy, we're going to make these all nice and evenly offset now. Here, we're gonna start with that. I'm gonna shrink it by just a little. 4.3, I think that should be enough. We're gonna move it over. Here, let's just validate real quick that I can invert this and it won't collide anymore. Oops. Yeah, I need to shorten it just a little bit more. Yep, that'll do. And then now, yep. And I can move this oscillator. Actually, let's do, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just gonna go down to this, and I'm gonna increase it by just 1. Oh wait, no, that's a dumb way of doing this. Very dumb way. Increase that by +1. Oops. That wasn't the right spot. Increase it from here by +1. There we go. Now just to make a bunch of these. +2, +3. Let's go with +3. A few more. We don't need that because that's going to go. That one's going to go up. So I'm fine with that. That one's good. That's fine. Let's copy this. Flip it. Oh, yeah, that's all right. For each of these, I'm going to need to. Oh, not for each of them. What am I saying? Position 1, position 2. I just need to flip these. There we go. Ah, I thought I made it short enough. I don't actually want them to be overlapping. So I'm gonna move this one over. Actually, let's get it even, and then I'll adjust them both by the same amount. Okay, that's good enough. Let's do plus 0.1. Plus, no, let's start on the other side first. Minus, nope, wrong side again. Minus 0.1, 0.2, yeah, let's do minus 0.2. And then that one should be plus 0.2. Good. Let's do it. Actually, while they're getting over here, excuse me. Let's increase. Let's increase these triggered. Like by a lot. Let's see if that helps. I need to reduce how far these things go because they have a tendency of squishing things into places. But it does handle the extra 50 players better. I might pump this up to 200. What's fun is this is rate limited essentially in terms of how many people get out by the rotation speed of the inside. So I don't know that it matters how many people I really add into this because only a certain amount of people are getting out per second thanks to the rotation. Like there's a max amount that are probably going to come out of there, which it's more than what it currently is. But I think it's good. Okay, how are we doing over here? Yeah, they're getting out. Although, it's kind of boring. Here's how I can make this less boring. I'm going to replace a couple of these teeth with a point on them that will send you back. To the top. I don't want to reset them, but it will kick them back out. Or kick them back up to the top. Yeah, let's do that. That way it adds a little bit more risk, and it's not just, wait till you get to the bottom. It's, am I going to make it to the bottom? Do I want them to be part of the teeth or just like a static point? I don't know. Let's try both. I'll make it a static point first just because that requires less effort. But I'll probably try both. Oops. Definitely should not be every tooth. Maybe every other tooth and going back and forth. Let's see. And let's put them all behind. Because in that way that they will flicker in and out, but they're all going to flicker at the same time with how things are currently configured. Maybe I'll just have them move up and down. That will, because I'm worried right now that because of their consistent spacing, they might, like if you just start on one side or the other, maybe it'll just almost always put you there. So I think for this one, for my first variant of how this level will execute, I'm going to make it to where I think, let's see. You get to this bottom piece over here, and then everybody in the game gets teleported into the big circle, and you'll get hit points based off of what zone you made it to, or maybe I'll just make it distance to ending, but that gets a little bit tricky. No, maybe it's fine. So maybe I can make something that says calculate your distance. Like, okay, so for each zone. Oh, sorry. Let me step back. The reason why it's kind of interesting is I can't just do like distance to endpoint, right? Because it follows this track. So maybe, because I already have a zone system, I'll set here's a zone, here's a zone, here's a zone, blah, 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 all the way. So in each one of these zones will have a distance that it's trying to get to. So you'll be like, hey, this person's in this zone over here. So it'll be like, cool, check this zone. The distance between this zone and this zone is 20 plus another 5. Nah, I don't know if I like that one. Blech. It's kind of clumsy. Is there a better solution? I could use a curve and just calculate based off of that. Sorry, I mean like a spline that indicates a path, and then just find the closest point that you are to that spline. Now that gets a little bit iffy as well, because what if you're like right here, and the closest point of the spline is here, the next point is here? Yeah, that's not good. How do I want to do this? Oh wow, they're getting stuck up here. Yep, that's no good. They cannot progress. Okay, so plan B. Instead of all of those, we're going to have 2, 1 on each side. They go all the way up and down the track. 2 or 1? No, because they're too likely to be in the center. But they're too likely to be in the center because it moves so fast. What if I reduced the amount of these by half and made it move twice as fast? I'm gonna go with that. Let's try it. Is that right? We'll see. I shouldn't actually need to change the speed because the distance has increased. And the way this thing works, it is seconds in between the full rotation, which I don't like that, but that's how I implemented it at first. In V2 of that script, it will be a indication of speed, not loop time, I guess. Okay. So I think the speed might work more. I need to increase the height, or actually the bottom end of it. Yeah, let's see how this works. I think having one more of these down here might be okay. We'll see how it goes. Oh no, this won't work at all, because the time that they're able to really fall off of these is the time where, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll work. Maybe. We'll find out shortly. I didn't even look. How much did my change to that affect it? Oh, now it's just kind of stuck up there. That's interesting. Okay, there we go. Poor guy can't get out. Oh, okay. Hey, they're making it through. Ooh, that was close. Oh, he got it anyway. Okay, this is closer to what I was hoping for. Just a little chance. Yeah, and one more will I think that will be good. Because right now they're getting through too quickly. I like how once they get going, they just kind of like in unison move back and forth. At least whenever they're a single ball per round, like they just that's and they just barely bump up against the edge. I like that. Okay, are people getting out of here? Let's come back and focus on that for a second. There's only 4 in there, so I expect some people are getting out. Oh, so close. This guy would have made it, but he was blocked. Got distracted again. Has anybody made it out of this yet? Oh, wow. A laser beam can go from here all the way over here? I just saw one over here. That's... What is the path to get over there? Is that like just right through there? Can you... Wow. That's impressive. That's gotta be a 1 in a million shot. Wait, is that even possible? Maybe I missaw. Maybe... I have a ruler right here. I'm like lining it up. No, that's definitely not possible. Oh, wow. Okay, so it has to go just above this one barely and then below that one. That one is just... There's like no margin for error. That's cool. I like that. You think you're safe. Oh, hey, somebody got out. That's good. Oh, be free, be free, be free. Yes, good, good. Oh, yes, go, go, go. Okay, good. I'm good with that. I like that. It's not a perpetual stuck machine. Oh, but that's not good right there. Yeah, it doesn't matter. If somebody else comes in, he'll knock you out. So I'm fine with little dunce corners like that from time to time. I want to add more people to this. Let's see what the breakage is for this one. Let's just try for 300. Let's double it. Let's see if this is bonkers or if it actually works. Prepare for screaming computer. Oh lordy. Oh lord. This is not going to be good. Yeah, not good. Yep, 300's a no-go. But it does look awesome. If I had a faster processor, I could make this work. Okay, okay. But once maybe 200. It's starting to handle it a little bit better. Let's go for 200. 300's a no-go, but maybe 200. Handles 200 like a champ. It was just a little bit too congested for the 300. So the issue is whenever they all start colliding off each other, that's whenever it starts breaking down, because then it has thousands of calculations to do per second or per frame. But here, they're not colliding, like they're colliding in like smaller groups, not just like all of them impacting each one. So yeah, I'm good with that now. We're keeping it. We're doing it. One small thing I want to fix up here, I think. Where's my one-way? No, that's not that bad. Interesting. It looked like it was like smushing them, but maybe it's just that there is enough room for them to jiggle. So let's actually move that up. And move that one up to just a hair. There. Let's see if that makes a difference. All right, then back over here. We're going to add one more of these. Oh, and I want it to be in the center. I didn't at first, but now I do. We're going to add one up here. And then one more down here. Actually, they were getting through that fairly regularly. Let's add one more. We'll see how that goes. Oh, that's interesting. Something's happening up here. If they don't actually get in, then they have like this weird, like I've seen it shoot them down. Or maybe it wasn't doing that. Maybe they were being teleported. Maybe that's what I was thinking. No, I don't think so. Oh, I still need to fix them from clamping on the guys. Oof. They're having a hard time getting through this one now. It's because I put it in the center here, and I need to move this, I think, up. This is wow, that drastically changed. And I only shifted this one over a little bit. Okay, finally somebody got through. Yeah, they all need to be shifted up a little bit. Let's see what that does. Okay, now they're able to get out of there. Hello. Check it out. Why did he stop glowing? These were glowing before. Not sure why they stopped. That's weird.
I'm so mesmerized by that.
By this?
No, I don't know what to even call it.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I love it.
Fantastic.
You like my lasers?
So we're either in for a lot of rain or a whole lot of snow.
Fun.
Starting Monday. Yep.
Still freezing?
Well, that's the thing. The models are doing very weird things. And
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, of course. Fun. Alright, how many people have gotten through this now? Okay. I think I'm fine with this rate. Because if I just make this a end zone, actually, I may just, that may be my first thing. This may just be a simple race first, and then I will release this, that way people can see what we've worked on so far. And then I might change, and then I'll come back and add another variant to it. I like that idea. Why the heck aren't you glowing? Oh, maybe it is. It's just too little. Oh, I think it's the theme. Here, let's embiggen this. So this particular theme, the alpha is real low on that. Yeah, it just takes a little bit more to make that. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to modify the theme. Current theme is 0. what was it? 7. Let's just go with that. Let's see what happens. Oh, oops. Okay, apparently it doesn't like being changed on the fly. Fun. That used to work. I don't know.
Betty,
Hmm?
Betty White died today.
Betty White died?
Today, the last day of 2021. 17 days before she turned 100.
No.
She just gave an interview talking about how blessed and wonderful it was that she's lived such a long life with no health problems, and
How did she die
so
then?
excited, just in her sleep, peacefully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's a good way.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Betty White.
Collectively, people are not as heartbroken, I think, as the internet claimed that they would likely be. I think because she went so perfectly.
Yeah, that's a
I don't know.
dying peacefully in your sleep after 100 years of life. That's
Almost.
yeah. There are few ways that one could hope to die better.
She was very beloved.
Okay, yeah, and I think this is the same theme. That fixed that. That makes it look good again. All right, I'm good with this. Now I'm going to set up the zones. I'm going to actually, before I forget, because it looks close, and actually this might have an effect on the efficacy of this particular room. How about I just name these? Nope. Oh, they are at the same height, but they're not at any sort of reasonable, or at least any consistent offset. Oh, those aren't. What are you? Do I care that they're not consistent? I don't know that I do. I do want them to be aligned. Yeah, I care. Where is that? Oh. There we go. At least now they are evenly spaced from each other. Actually, I want to move them all up a little bit. set for you, because I want them to, wait, hold on, how is that going to work? So they're going to arc out, yeah, so I'm gonna increase their height by a bit to hopefully give these a better chance of escaping. Oops. Let's see how that works. Oh, that looks sick. Oh, before I watch this, I'm gonna fix the glitching bit. Oh. Oh well. We should do it. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's see. Definitely getting out quicker now. This is good. I like it. All right, I'm a little bit concerned about how they're now stacking up here. As long, actually no, it's fine, because even from here it's clear that they're sometimes getting up high enough to where this can get them. As long as they can escape, then it's fine. I may want to move this platform down a hair, because right now the weight of these top ones are keeping the bottom ones down. Their exit rate is still solid, mostly solid though. No, I don't like that. I think I'm gonna add, maybe instead of this jump pad, maybe something that swings back and forth, similar to how I have this back here to kick them up, or kick them out to keep them from clogging. Yeah, because there's just not enough force from this pad to keep them up, and I don't want to increase that force any more than it already is. Yeah, they're just not getting out of there quick enough anymore. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, I think something that swings back and forth. I think that'll do good. I'm gonna make this thing pretty small because I don't want to necessarily have it block things as it comes in, but I do want it to disrupt. So oh wait, no, I can't do that because that's going to cause them to... Oh, sure I can. I'll just make this not an actual collider. I'll make this... I'll make it just apply a force. Yeah, I'll just make it apply a force. So instead of this being a rigid collider, I'm going to have it do this, apply force. Yeah, up is fine. Impulse, force amount. Let's make it 2. Let's see what happens there. And this should have... Actually, that's fine for this one. Oops. No! Oh, that may have been bad. No, it's fine. Thanks to Git. Oh, oscillator, rollback, oscillator prefab. Yep. Oof. Thank God for Git. That would have changed anything that uses an oscillator. There we go. Environment highlight. So let's just make this a positive. Where is it? Uh, oh, I know why. Anytime I have an apply force, um, or any of my typical trigger effects, I turn off the renderer unless it has a theme setter, and the theme setter is in the parent. At least I'm not the only one who talks to myself. I don't even have a good response to that. Okay, is that gonna get it done? I can't tell if it's jumping because of this patty. I need to wait, unfortunately. And Mac, I'm talking for posterity's sake. Okay, so anybody that's watching this stream after the fact, I'm vocalizing my internal thoughts. Whether or not that's valuable, probably not. They're really getting out of there. Hi from the future, by the way. Happy New Year! Where are you at right now? Oh, that's right. You're Wait, no, that was Tom. That's Australia. Where are you, Mac? I don't. Did you say already? I forget where you are. It's because I'm getting old. My memory's failing me. Denmark. I don't think you told me that. I don't think I would have remembered that, but I know few people from Denmark. Yeah. Well, anyway, Happy New Year. Are you appropriately inebriated at the moment? Same as Mouse Wolf. Are y'all? How big is Denmark? Yeah, Denmark is, by European standards at least, relatively large, which means that it's like, yeah, it's about one of our states. Oh wait, no, this is with the projector, which is making that look much bigger. Let's compare Denmark to one of our states. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now this helps me put to scale where you are. I used to live in the state, specifically like down in this area, and the city of Houston, like one of our cities. Okay, Denmark is, in terms of mass, and I'm not. By the way, this is not like oh your country's small, therefore it's lesser. No, there's none of that. I was just curious because I was thinking like, yeah, are y'all like in proximity? Do y'all see each other? But yeah, this is within reasonable expectations where you could just drive, because this is like I would commonly drive from Houston, which is right around here, to Dallas, which is right around here, which is about the size of y'all's country. So here, compare that to Washington State, which is where I'm at now. Yeah, that's yeah, that helps to put things into perspective for me. Kind of boring. It's a toddler, to be honest. No, Denmark is small. Yes, it looks pretty small. That's fine. That doesn't matter. Size is important in some aspects, but not for country size. My rifle's rise. What was I looking at? Okay, nobody's getting clogged up here, so that's a good thing. I'm assuming that means it's working. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because is it bouncing because it's bouncing on the pad, or is it bouncing because this thing helps? I don't know. Why are these things getting stuck in here? Guys, there's plenty of room. There's plenty of... Oh, I guess it's probably just the weight. Okay, well, that's going to start lagging soon. And by the way, there's nothing boring about not drinking alcohol. Like that is a weird, I don't know, peer pressure, I guess. So nah, you're good, man. So yeah, I was actually right about this. I'm going to disable that there and add it over here. Benyo, Happy New Year. It's still 4 p.m. where I am, so I still have a few more hours for 2021 to do something terrible to me. But yeah, congratulations to you two for surviving it. Wish me luck. So I started off this level design with calling it a death race. I no longer want it to be a death race, or at least this section. What happens in the big circle thing after the fact, that may become a death race, or may become a death anything. I don't know. I like the idea of having levels be dynamic, so that can be something else. Ooh, speaking of, what if... I wonder if I could make, like, so I already have levels that are like linear and those are modular. I wonder if I could create a system that would allow me to define a piece like, you know, this big chunk up here, like this, or like just let's say the circle itself. And that would be defined as a square with an exit point. Because I'm keeping my routes like this consistent, oh, this could be an interesting and very fun challenge. What if I made it to where maps could be laid out in all sorts of crazy fashions to where as long as I define at least one entry and exit point, things get a little bit tricky, but I wonder if I could make it to where I define a thing, and let's say it's like 10 by 10. And then another thing that's like 30 by 30, and it has an exit point. I wonder if I could create a system that would make even marginally interesting, like, dynamic arrangements. Like, try to do a procedural world gen, and maybe even make it to where they're resizable, right? Like this piece down here. Maybe I make it to where, I don't know if y'all are familiar with, like, Sprite 9 slices, but basically it preserves the edges, and you can shrink and grow the middle sections. I wonder if I could make it to where it could like resize those center areas to fit some bounds. So some things could be dynamic, like, you know, this one down here. Maybe have it to where that could stretch and shrink, so I could have like some filler pieces that could fill in some of the bigger gaps that would be created by some of the larger zones. That could be interesting. Huh. Hard, but that could be fun. Minyo, holy crap, this is looking good. Thank you. I'm pretty pleased with this one so far, and I'm excited for how I'm going to be able to take this one with the extra zone over there. I'm going to be releasing this one this will be streamed tomorrow on the main on the MarblePhysics channel. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. So I'm going to for now I'm going to make this just have an end zone over here. So this will just be a race, and then I'll start working on the opening up or the opened up area, and how that plays out later on. Don't challenge the world. What did I say, Mac? I've already forgotten the conversation. I guess don't challenge the world. What do you mean? Minyo, very mother brain in the lower left. Mother brain. What is mother brain? Again, context I'm missing. Oh, Metroid. You know, that's actually a series I never really played. I played a little bit of Metroid, but I don't know how. I just kind of skipped that one. Not necessarily by choice. I don't know. My parents never got it for me whenever I was a kid, and I never really played it. But yeah, what is? Like, I see a picture of a big brain with an eyeball. I'm assuming it shot lasers. I don't see anything from the pictures to show the link. I'm afraid to repeat what you said. All right, fair enough. Now I'm afraid of what I said. What did I say? I'll have to go back and watch the stream. Oh. Okay. What did I say? Right then. Oh, 2021 hadn't done anything bad yet. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I should have knocked on wood for that one. So, for one, this is going to be a little bit interesting on how I make these, on how I actually control the variant endings. But for now, I'm just going to drop in a, wait, do I have a stadium? I don't. I'm going to drop in a stadium. We're going to put that, yeah, sure, here. Let's do game element zones, blank trigger. Yeah, I have some confusing scripts here. Like I use a waypoint as, yeah, anyway, some initial concepts that kind of I need to clean up at some point, but waypoints and teleporters are not the same thing, but I intended waypoints to be a more of a general use thing. So stadium seat, which class is it that takes it? I think it's this one. Yeah, player entered waypoint. So add the waypoint here, drag it into this particular seat, player entered waypoint, great. This is a trigger, make this, so there is my end zone. Let's create a environment piece just to fill this part in. Great, great, great. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. I'll be able to just tie in a different wind condition. There you go. So the stadium, once it fills up, good, 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 good. Okay, that's fine. So we just change this from a death race over to a normal race, and I'm going to make this zoned. I'm going to create the zone manager. And this is how I am tracking leaders without having to calculate a bunch of stuff. I'm creating different zones, and then individually they can decide who's in the lead. Blank trigger. Actually, no, that's fine. No, what am I doing? Inside this, it will name itself. What am I going to call that? I don't know. Gravity circle. Create empty. Oops. Here, let's move this guy up. And we're going to find who is closest to that here. Actually, before I change that, let's copy this. I'm going to get rid of the poly collider. I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff. Really should have just started with a circle. What? Oh. Alright, never mind. I forgot my zones require a polygon. Would have liked to have done a circle here just to keep things clean. But it doesn't matter too much. Yep, we're fine. Here, let's turn this alpha down to like nothing. Again, this gets hidden whenever it starts. It's just a thing for me to see. But it's basically anything that's ugly, like those big squares, they get hidden. Cats are being very bossy. It's dinner time. Much love. Must service my overlords. My cats do the same thing. I understand. So we're going to do... This is the first zone. These don't have to be exact in the slightest. Actually, I'm just going to extend this one. Basically, as soon as you're in here, you're in start. Sucks to be you. This does not need to be exact in the slightest. There we go. And then starting, basically it tries to calculate who is the closest to this up here. It doesn't have to be exact, it orders them based off of their distance. Okay, I think that's good. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we're good with that. What am I calling this one? It's not really a maze anymore, but we're still just going to call it a maze zone. And I can just move, it doesn't matter, move these over here. Don't need that one. Closest down here wins. what was that one? I don't know. Pachinko. Forgot I don't need to include zone in the name. So, yeah, that's fine. We're gonna call that. I don't know what to name this thing. Bouncy house. And it will be important. It didn't matter. Here. Yeah. And you are in this bouncy house as soon as you cross through this. We're going to say closest one to this down here is good. Oh, it's 4 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and shut down the other stream. I'm almost done here as well. Oh, we'll do one more. Wait, what did I set the schedule for? I want to keep consistent with that as much as I can. How do I check that? There it is. Yeah. Oh, I said 4:30. Yeah, we'll let it go one more. What was it doing? Oh yeah, zones. It's going to get tricky once I have the other variants in here and how I manage these zones. I'm going to have to be careful with my initialization in order to make sure that a zone doesn't come online unless a particular variant is active. Actually, that doesn't matter. I think that should do it. If I've set it all up correctly, this will now be able to end. Whoa. It's a bit bright. It's a bit bright. Let's edit that real quick. I should really turn this into a scriptable object as well. I don't remember which one that was. I'm gonna guess that one though. Oh. 50? Is that what? Yeah. Still pretty bright, but that's okay. Oh wait, you can't see the end. You can't see the people at the end. So not only can you not see them because of this, let's try 40 for each of these. I guess I should zoom out just a bit. Wow, does that work? Yeah, 22.5 it is. And oh, interesting. I could just move them over here. I don't really like that. And that glow is way too extreme. It's gonna cover them, but here, let's go back to what it was. Wait, what was it? Yeah, there we go. 22. And let's try moving this stadium over here. That can work. And I gotta reduce that brightness. That's just nuts. Okay, actually I'm just gonna change that to normal instead of the extreme. The extreme might still be useful somewhere, but nah, that's crazy. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Let's give this a whirl. I thought I changed. Oh, it's just because it's so big. Let's see how it looks once there's people over here. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. Probably not. Wait, it should be showing players' names. I never gave it his own manager. What? Oh. Ha. Huh? Oh, that's why I'm not seeing any logs. What happened? Oops. Oh. Yeah. So, yeah, all of these are going to have a bounds over here somewhere. Yeah. There we are. Oh, need to increase the size of that little thing. So far, so good. So far, so good. It's working. Oh, we need to change the titles. Is it going to start up again? Yes. Round trip. All right. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Couple. Wait, why did that say murder? Oh, because of that. Right, right, right. Oh, that these have carryover names from my initial system. Okay, so we'll do that. And then we will adjust the payouts. Only 10 people actually get to win this, because that's all the seats there are. We'll just go with boring ones for now. Actually, let's add one more, just for giggles. Rank 4 is qualifier, minimum 10. We'll do 2, 3. Okay, let's see. Thanks, Mac. What did I? Oh, this is the bounce. All right, I need to get rid of that. All right, let's see who's going to end. Who's going to win the last one of the day? Looks like we have a contender for the top spot. Oh, maybe not. No, not for the top spot. Looks like it's decided. A bot takes the last one. Gold, silver, bronze, at least you finished. Good, it worked. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the stream on this side too. I'm gonna keep working. Yeah, now that we have this level designed, which here let's just I want to go through it one more time. I was kind of distracted. I think this is a pretty good level. I think it only took 4 streams, and they were way longer than I expected to stream for each one. And it's not the full thing that I wanted to do. But still, I think this is good. 2 little bits I need to finish. It shifts on the start. That's because my bounds are not correctly configured. And then I need to get rid of this little dot in the center. I think that's the primary thing. Yeah, they're now just getting pumped out of here after 1, creating this little ledge, and then 2, reducing how far this goes out. Wow, I love these lasers. I keep forgetting, I need to add lasers as one of the weapons in the arena. Why is this one a different color? Do I have 2 of them on that? Let's look into that too. I ate dead people. Nice name. Good to see you, man. Stay busy. Yeah, that's a. I don't think people understand how important it is to stay busy. But yeah, thank you, man. I am. This helps. Cool. I'm gonna call this one mostly done. I'm gonna tweak it a little bit more offline. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results. Thanks to everybody that's contributed ideas towards this one. I think it's a pretty good level. But all right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.